Hello, and welcome to this short overview of GilbyIM Lite. My name is Neil O'Kelly, and I'm the head of product here at Records Transformation. Just a quick bit of context before we get into it. GilbyIM is what we call our cloud-based electronic document and records management solution that we sell on a software as a service basis. GilbyIM is actually based on a product from Micro Focus called Content Manager. And Content Manager is, if you like, a market-leading, best-of-breed electronic document and records management solution. It meets all of the international standards for records management and security, etc. And that's kind of why we wanted to base our platform on something that had a track record and a pedigree. Here it is on screen, and as you can see, it is chock full of functionality. So if you are a records manager and you are interested in complex retention schedules, legal holds, metadata validation rules, and barcode scanners, then this is a product for you. It perhaps emphasizes functionality over usability. And something that's very important to us with our platform was we wanted a way of allowing users to interact with all of this rich functionality and this pedigree of a system behind it, but in a way that was much more comfortable and familiar for a modern knowledge worker. And that's what GilbyIM Lite is. It is a bespoke interface to Content Manager, but it's only available as part of our GilbyIM software as a service platform. So let me walk you through the features. Okay, so over on the left, the green panel, we have, if you like, our classification tree view. And this is going to be very familiar to anyone who's ever worked with Windows Explorer. It's just browsing through a tree. Down the bottom, we have our properties panel. Now, this is blanked out at the minute. It's got the GilbyIM logo on it. But if we were to select an item in the tree view, you'll see that it comes up with the properties of the selected item. So in this case, we've selected Grange Hill School, and it gives us information about the classification number, the classification title, and actually which access control groups, which sets of users can access that classification. Okay, so if I select the human resources classification, you'll see that something else happens. So the light grey panel on the right is what we call the action panel, and this is context sensitive and will only be populated if there's a legitimate action that you can perform on the highlighted item. So in this case, we have configured the human resources classification to say you can add a staff folder, you can add a staff record to that, and that option is available to you over on the right. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. As you can see, we can add various bits of metadata to a record. That's all configurable on a kind of per customer basis. So I'm going to put a start date in, etc. And I'm going to click add. So what it's doing now is creating a staff record for Adamant. I only chose Adamant because he was going to appear fairly high up on the list. So as you can see, all of the information that we've entered, the metadata is there. We can edit it again here if we want to. The neat thing here is that we've not just created one staff folder, but we've actually created folders, a templated set of folders for Adam. So we know that every staff member will have absence management to handle. There'll be, pre-employment checks, application forms, etc. So this is a templated set of folders, and we've worked with a number of schools to produce this templated set of folders. Okay, so if I select the correspondence folder, you'll notice that over on the right, on the action panel, on the grey panel, we now get the option to add a document, and that's because the correspondence folder, in fact all of these folders, are configured to allow you to add a document at this level. So to add a document is really straightforward. Just need to drag something into the drop zone here, or you can browse something. It's automatically populated the document title based on the file name, and we just need to click add, and there's that document now in the correspondence folder. If I want to view that document, I just need to click the download button, and hey presto, there it is. So that's it in a nutshell, really. It's not a complicated interface. We feel very strongly that the majority of users are actually going to spend 99% of their time performing these basic functions, adding records to the system, looking at finding them and pulling them out of the system again. The rich records management functionality of the background is configured, but it's hidden away from the end user. And that was our design goal, really. Create something that was so simple to use, but actually was built on top of the complex functionality and the complex sets of records management rules in the background. And we're very happy that, and we're very proud of the product. We think we've achieved our design goal. I hope you think so too. And thank you very much for taking the time to listen.